Ladies and gentlemen, each morning you rise, you are presented with a priceless opportunity to command your destiny. Success does not chase the idle. It is magnetized by the person who deliberately attracts it the very moment the sun greets the sky. The thoughts you permit to occupy your mind when you awaken will set the trajectory for the results you will harvest. You do not attract success by accident. You attract it by building the habit of thinking success the moment your feet touch the floor. Whatever dominates your mind in the morning will dominate your life. If you rise with doubt, you attract obstacles. If you rise with purpose, you attract opportunities. If you rise with complaint, you attract misery. But if you rise with a burning desire and unwavering faith, success will rush to meet you. You must stand guard at the gates of your mind each morning, for the subconscious will obey the orders you give it. Speak the words of victory to yourself before the world speaks to you. Let your first conversation be with the higher part of yourself. Success comes to those who know what they want, who are willing to discipline their mornings with precision, and who build their thoughts as a fortress of belief. Every morning you must act as though success is already yours. Walk as though you already possess the fortune, the influence, the greatness you seek. When you do this, the universe moves, people respond, and unseen forces align to fulfill your vision. Your morning rituals, your morning mindset, your morning purpose, these are the levers that pull success toward you. Success does not favor the hesitant. It favors the one who begins each morning with bold expectation. It favors the one who steps forward in faith when the eyes are still heavy and the world is still quiet. It favors the one who impresses upon the subconscious, again and again, that success is not just possible, it is inevitable. Ladies and gentlemen, begin each day as a master of your own mind, and you will find that success has no choice but to be drawn to you. Success is not a random stroke of luck, nor is it a mysterious force reserved for the few. It is a habit, a carefully constructed way of living that begins with the very first moments of each morning. The way you start your day determines the energy you carry, the thoughts you entertain, and ultimately, the success you attract. Each morning offers you a blank canvas, yet most people squander it by falling victim to negative thinking, sluggish habits, and aimless wandering of the mind. The secret lies not in waiting for the right circumstances, but in creating the right inner conditions from the instant you open your eyes. Your morning is your point of power. It is the moment when your mind is most receptive, most impressionable, and most eager to accept the suggestions you feed it. Many fail to realize that success is shaped long before the external work begins. It is formed in the quiet hours when the world is still asleep, when your mind is still uncluttered, when you have the opportunity to plant seeds of determination, faith, and purpose. Whatever you choose to think in those first moments will grow, whether you are conscious of it or not. If you rise and immediately give way to worry, doubt, or distraction, you are training your mind to accept failure as a companion. But if you rise and command your thoughts toward victory, toward progress, toward growth, you are training your mind to expect and attract success. There are those who drift through the morning without purpose, dragging their bodies from task to task, reacting to the world instead of leading it. These individuals surrender the most valuable part of their day to randomness. Success cannot find them because they are not sending out the right signal. They begin their mornings as victims instead of as architects of their destiny. They allow the phone to dictate their focus. They permit the weight of yesterday's troubles to darken their spirit, and they let the noise of the world rush in before they have taken command of their own mind. Success is repelled by such habits. Success comes to those who build disciplined rituals and habits that declare, from the very beginning of the day, that they are ready to receive it. When you rise in the morning and deliberately focus your mind on success, you set into motion unseen forces that work tirelessly on your behalf. Your energy, your attitude, your expectations, they all shift in your favor. You begin to notice opportunities that you would have overlooked. You begin to approach challenges with a sense of control rather than fear. The morning becomes your sacred ground where you condition your thoughts to become allies, not enemies. Success becomes inevitable for the one who chooses to build this morning habit. The mind is like fertile soil, especially in the early hours. Whatever seed you plant will grow. If you plant thoughts of success, courage, and gratitude, you will harvest a life rich with achievement. If you plant thoughts of lack, fear, and defeat, you will find that the day slips away from you, and success remains out of reach. The habit of success is not in the occasional effort, but in the consistent morning discipline to think in alignment with your highest aims. It is not enough to occasionally entertain positive thoughts. You must construct them as the foundation of your mornings again and again until they become the natural rhythm of your life. Many chase success as though it is something external, something they must pursue with desperation. But those who understand the law of the morning know that success is attracted, not chased. It is pulled toward you by the invisible strings of your dominant thoughts. And these dominant thoughts are formed when you are most impressionable, when the day is fresh, when your mind has not yet been polluted by the noise of the world. This is why the morning is not to be wasted. It is to be seized, it is to be mastered, and it is to be filled with the kind of thinking that builds momentum toward greatness. The individual who commands the morning commands the day. This person rises with a purpose. They do not stumble into the morning, they charge into it with intention. They understand that success is not a one-time event, but the byproduct of repeated, deliberate thinking and acting. They take time to shape their inner conversation, to declare to themselves that they are worthy, capable, and destined for success. They move from thought to action swiftly because they have already convinced themselves of their own power in the quiet hours of the morning. There is no greater investment than the investment you make in those first waking moments. It costs you nothing to control your thinking, but it rewards you with everything. It costs you nothing to focus your mind on success, but it repays you with opportunities, relationships, and results that will astonish those who doubted you. The habit of success is a morning habit. It is the ritual of rising and stepping immediately into the identity of the person you aspire to become. You do not wait for the world to affirm you, you affirm yourself. You do not wait for conditions to be perfect, you create the right conditions through your morning mindset. The great tragedy is not that people fail. It is that they never truly begin their day with the proper foundation. They are enslaved by the comfort of the pillow, by the pull of the bed, by the seduction of the snooze button, by the noise of their devices, and by the endless chase of urgent but meaningless tasks. They fail to grasp the quiet power of the morning. They allow the first hour to slip by without claiming it. Success is not interested in such minds. Success is drawn to the one who rises with conviction, who speaks to himself with authority, who sees the day as his canvas, and who boldly takes up the brush. The habit of success is not hidden in grand gestures. It is built in the smallest decisions repeated over time, beginning with what you choose to think when you awaken. Every morning is a new contract with yourself. Every morning is a declaration of who you are becoming. When you understand this, you will never again waste a sunrise. You will never again surrender your mind to chance. You will become the architect of your mornings, and through this, you will attract the success that has always been waiting for you. There is a powerful force at your command, and most people walk past it every day without noticing. It is the morning, the way you rise, the way you think, the way you speak to yourself before the world intrudes. This is where success begins. Success is not something you stumble upon. It is something you summon, something you draw into your life by the dominating thoughts you hold in the quiet of the morning. When you open your eyes each day, you are not simply waking up. You are standing at the gates of your future. And at that gate, you must decide what enters. Will you let fear in? Will you let doubt in? Will you let the failures of yesterday walk with you? Or will you stand firm and invite success to follow you? You attract success by thinking success. You attract strength by thinking strength. You attract prosperity by commanding your mind to see nothing else. The morning is the most valuable territory you will ever possess. What you plant in that soil will grow. If you plant indecision, you will reap confusion. If you plant hesitation, you will harvest missed opportunities. But if you plant courage, faith, and a clear purpose, you will attract results that the world will call extraordinary. Many will tell you to wait for inspiration, to wait for the right time, to wait until you feel ready. But success is never waiting. Success is always moving toward the person who is ready to receive it. That readiness is built in the morning. It is not built by accident. It is built by design. You must train your mind like you train a muscle. Each morning is your gym. Each morning is your battlefield. Each morning is your chance to speak to yourself with the voice of certainty. You will not attract success if you begin your mornings as a servant to the opinions of others. You will not attract success if you surrender the first hour of your day to distraction, to complaints, to the memory of old failures. You must take that first hour and claim it as your own. Fill it with thoughts that build you. Fill it with ideas that move you forward. Fill it with affirmations that remind you of who you are and who you intend to become. You attract success by demanding it of yourself. You attract success by stepping into the role of the person who deserves it. Speak to your subconscious in the morning as if success is already in your possession. Walk with that belief, think with that certainty, act with that intensity. The world does not give success to the one who merely hopes. The world gives success to the one who believes so fiercely that even the impossible begins to shift in their favor. Ladies and gentlemen, success is already seeking you. The question is, are you sending out the right signal? That signal is set every morning by the thoughts you hold, by the words you repeat, by the standards you refuse to lower. Make your mornings a declaration of victory. Make your mornings a sacred contract with your future. When you do this, success will have no choice but to come to you, because you will have already made room for it in your mind. There is no mystery in attracting success. It is not the privilege of a select few, nor is it a treasure buried where only the lucky can find it. Success is a force. It is drawn to the individual who commands it, who prepares for it, who expects it, especially in the earliest hours of the day. The secret is not hidden. It stands before you every morning when your eyes open and your first thoughts begin to shape your reality. You must understand that success is a response. It responds to the dominating thoughts you hold at the beginning of each day. Whatever you think consistently, whatever you dwell upon, whatever you allow to occupy the precious space of your morning mind, that is what you will draw into your life. Success is not attracted to confusion, to hesitation, or to laziness. Success is attracted to the individual who rises with clarity, with urgency, with a definite purpose that burns in the heart. Your mornings are not to be wasted. They are the gateway to your power. They are the first conversation you have with yourself, and they must be guarded with discipline. If you allow weakness, fear, or aimless distractions to enter your mind at the dawn of your day, you have surrendered the battlefield before the fight even begins. Success is repelled by such surrender. But if you rise with authority over your thoughts, if you rise with a decision already made, you become a magnet to success. You must speak to yourself each morning with words that are bold, words that are full of belief, words that lift you above the circumstances that try to weigh you down. You must train your subconscious to accept only the thoughts that bring you closer to your vision. The mind is your greatest ally when you give it the right orders, but it will quickly become your greatest enemy if you leave it unguarded. Success is drawn to those who move with the certainty that they are already walking toward it. You cannot attract success with a mind full of doubt. You cannot attract it with sluggishness. You attract it by becoming the person success is looking for. You attract it by behaving, thinking, and speaking as though you already possess it. The individual who owns the morning owns the day, and the one who owns the day builds a life that cannot be denied. Every morning you are writing a script. Every morning you are sending instructions to your subconscious. You are either preparing to succeed or preparing to fail. You are either pulling success toward you or pushing it away. Success is never idle. It does not wait for you to be ready. It moves toward those who are prepared in thought, in spirit, and in action. That preparation begins the moment you awaken. Do not begin your morning in hesitation. Do not begin it in doubt. Begin it with the decision that today success will find you ready. Today, success will see that you are serious. Today, success will move toward you because you have already moved toward it. Each morning delivers you a powerful question. Will you lead your day, or will you follow it? Success is not a matter of chance. It is not reserved for the fortunate or the favored. It is a direct response to the way you choose to begin your day. The first hour, the first thought, the first decision. These are the forces that either attract success or repel it. When you rise in the morning, your mind is wide open. It is waiting for instruction. It is waiting for leadership. And if you do not take charge of your thinking in those first precious minutes, the world will take charge for you. You will drift, you will react, you will lose the power that belongs to you. Success is never drawn to the person who drifts. Success is drawn to the one who commands the morning with purpose. You must never stumble into your day. You must never wake without intention. The person who attracts success is the one who speaks to themselves before the world has a chance to speak. It is the one who declares their vision, who orders their thoughts, who builds their inner world with precision and strength before stepping into the demands of the outside world. Success is pulled toward this person because they have already chosen their direction before the day begins. Success obeys the law of attraction. It comes to those who think success. It comes to those who believe in their own power. It comes to those who discipline their mornings, who fill their thoughts with certainty and their steps with action. The person who begins the morning with fear, with doubt, with complaint, this person sends success away. But the one who begins with faith, with gratitude, with determination, this one attracts success like a magnet. Every morning is a fresh negotiation with your future. Every morning is a silent agreement between who you are and who you are becoming. Success is not looking for the most talented or the most connected. It is looking for the most prepared. It is looking for the one who is willing to claim the morning as their own, the one who does not surrender the first hour to distraction, to noise, or to weakness. You must speak to your subconscious mind as a master commands his servant. You must tell it where you are going, what you expect, what you will achieve. It will believe you if you believe yourself. It will obey you if you speak with authority. Your subconscious will accept the orders you give it every morning and will work relentlessly to bring them to life. Success begins not in the grand events of the day, but in the quiet, unseen moments when you choose your thoughts. Tragedy is that most people let their mornings slip away. They hand over their attention to trivial things. They rise without purpose. They think as they always have, and they wonder why their life remains the same. Success does not come to those who wish. It comes to those who wake up with a decision. It comes to those who fill their morning with powerful thoughts and disciplined action. You attract success every morning by becoming the person worthy of it. You attract it by aligning your thoughts, your speech, your behavior with the success you seek. When you begin your day with this level of clarity, strength, and conviction, success will find you. Because you have already found yourself, there is a simple but powerful truth that governs success. You do not chase it, you attract it. And the magnet that pulls success toward you is built every morning. Each day begins as a silent invitation to either step into your power or retreat into your weakness. The way you rise, the thoughts you choose, the energy you build, these determine whether success moves toward you or passes you by. The morning is not just the beginning of the day. It is the birthplace of your results. What you allow into your mind during those first moments will shape the entire direction of your life. If you rise with hesitation, you will attract resistance. If you rise with doubt, you will attract defeat. But if you rise with burning desire, with a definite purpose, with unshakable belief, you will attract success as surely as the sun rises in the east. You must become the guardian of your morning. You must seize it before the noise of the world claims your attention. You must fill it with clear purpose, deliberate thought, and the repetition of the belief that you are moving towards something great. You must instruct your subconscious mind what to believe, what to pursue, what to expect. It will always obey you. It will always work to fulfill the dominating thoughts you impress upon it, especially in the morning when it is most receptive. Most people lose their mornings to laziness, to distraction, to the empty consumption of meaningless things. They allow their environment to dictate their thoughts. They wait for motivation to appear, but success is not attracted to waiting minds. Success is attracted to the one who moves, to the one who acts, to the one who shapes the morning with purpose and refuses to hand it over to chance. When you rise each morning with a fixed goal, with thoughts saturated in faith, and with the conviction that you are building your destiny, you will begin to see success appear in ways you cannot predict. You will find people, opportunities, and ideas drawn to you. You will notice doors open that were once closed. You will sense the subtle but certain shift in your favor. Your morning is your chance to condition your mind to expect victory, not failure. To expect progress, not stagnation. To expect abundance, not lack. You must think, act, and speak in harmony with the success you desire before you have the evidence of it. This is the discipline. This is the habit that separates those who achieve from those who merely wish. You attract success every morning by setting your thoughts like a compass toward your goal and refusing to drift. You attract it by creating energy before the world demands it. You attract it by telling yourself again and again that you are moving toward greatness and nothing will stand in your way. Ladies and gentlemen, every morning you build the foundation of your future. Every morning you send a message to life about what you expect. Every morning you are either attracting success or pushing it away, and when you choose to rise with courage, clarity, and command, you will find that success has been waiting for you all along.